This is the continuation of my video regarding cleaning gasket material off of the Goldwing head. I've used a razor blade and tried to be as careful as I can to remove all of the gasket material. Now you can see there are scratches from the razor blade, but I will tell you that they do not catch in my fingernail, so they're very superficial. And I am now going to take this brand new sharpening stone. This is the medium side, this is the fine side, brand new, never been used, and I am going to grind this surface slowly in a circular manner, and then clean the grindstone off in this warm water on a regular basis. Wipe the head off and continue grinding. And the intention is simply to remove any existing gasket material that might start by using the fine side rather than the coarse side. I don't know what these grits are, but if I was to guess just by touching them, I would say maybe 200 is the medium and maybe 400 is the fine. And I'm also going to try and do this with the head standing up so that anything that I am removing will slide down into the tray rather than go inside the water jacket. The goal will be to keep it perfectly flat. Try a wipe. See if anything comes off on the rag. Mostly oil stain seems to be coming off at this point. I did spray the surface and clean it down with brake fluid before I began this process. So whatever it's going to do slowly. Either that or I turn the stone over and use the coarser side, but I would rather be patient rather than take a risk with the coarser side of the sharpening stone. Actually feeling pretty good about this surface already. I am not trying to make surfaces shiny and bright. I am trying to make surfaces that a gasket will seal on. And I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm not sure I'm going to go much further. I'll wipe this off and then move the camera over so that you can get a better close-up view. So I'm feeling good about that surface. Here's the head that I just finished with the whetstone, and here's the other head that I have done the best I can do with a razor blade. So here we go on head number 2. This is the left side. Also, do you notice on my heads that I did not remove the water tube fittings after looking at some of the posts? One of the contributors talked about snapping 3 of these or 2 of these. I did not want to fool with any of that, so kept slid the tubes out of here and kept the fittings on the head. That's all that I'm getting is some staining. Modest. I am not pushing hard. I am pushing, but I am not pressing hard. And it's going very quickly. I did not put more than 15 minutes of grinding into that last head. A couple of drops of Dawn dishwashing detergent in my tub of warm water. Even though I am moving this head as I am doing this, I feel like it's very easy to keep the stone flat against the surface. And now I'm calling that done. Now to work on the crankcase. I had some foam backer rod that I sliced in half. So when I removed the cylinder heads, very little gasket material stuck. And if I can hold the camera and use the blade, I'll just try to be as careful as I can. This is all just staining here, and I will now try the whetstone on this surface. I do not feel like I'm going to have to do very much with this particular surface. I'm going to keep working on that. I can feel that. So that is maybe 20 minutes of work with the sharpening stone, and I'm going to say that's it. I worked a little more on here, but I am now feeling no roughness anywhere, and I'll go over to the other side. The right side, I still have the dowel pin in place. I've soaked it with PB Blaster for a few days. I did put some heat here earlier today. I've tried wiggling it and wiggling it by hand, reluctant to put any pliers on it, but I think now I'm probably going to have to put pliers on it, which will, of course, sacrifice that dowel. I decided to try with these small vice grips first, and that has already come out. So I just wanted to show you how I did that. Of course, that sacrifices the dowel pin, but they're easy to come by. I'll take a little bit more time with the razor blade here before I start with the stone. Let's see what's coming off on my towel. And so this is the right side. I would say no more than 20 minutes work with the sharpening stone on this surface. Isn't perfectly pretty to look at, but it feels very smooth and ready for a gasket.